We continue learning workbook page 215 with this problem. Solve for x. 64 equals 16 raised to the power negative x plus 1. Okay, we're still dealing with exponential equations of type 1, which means this problem needs to be converted to the form base raised to exponent equals base raised to exponent, where these two bases are powers of the same value. I'm going to change this word to value here. I like that a little bit better. Okay, so here's how we're going to do that. So we've got a 64 and a 16. What's so interesting about this problem is that we're going to rewrite both of these bases using our prime factorization, just as we did in the previous problem. For example, 64 is the same thing as 8 times 8. And each one of these 8s is the same thing as a 2 times a 2 times a 2. So there are 6 2's, and we can write 64 as 2 to the 6th power. With 16 is 4 times 4. Each 4 is 2 times 2. So 16 can be rewritten as 2 to the 4th power. All right, so now we're going to replace this and this with what we found over here. So instead of 64, we're going to have 2 to the 6th. And instead of 16, we're going to have 2 to the 4th. Now that 16 was being raised to a power. So now the 2 to the 4th needs to be raised to that same power, which is negative x plus 1. Okay, so over here we've got two exponents. Those need to be multiplied. So we're going to have 2 to the 6th equals 2 raised to the 4 times negative x plus 1. Notice that the bases now match. Once you get the bases to match, set the exponents equal to each other. So we have 6 equals 4 times negative x plus 1. Distribute the 4. 6 equals negative 4x plus 4. Subtract 4 on both sides. 2 equals negative 4x. Divide by negative 4 on both sides. Negative 1/2 equals x. X equals negative 1/2. And there's our final answer. If you'd like to check it, you can put it right back into here to figure out what the correct answer is. All right, super. And now we've got one more left to go. Let's do that. Okay, our last problem of exponential type 1 says solve for x. 5 to the negative 6x power equals 125 to the power 1 minus 3x. Okay, 5 is a prime number. It cannot be broken down further, but 125 can. 125 is the same as 5 times 25. 25 is the same as 5 times 5. So 125 is just 3 5s multiplied. Said another way, 125 equals 5 to the power 3. So we're going to replace this 125 with 5 cubed. So we get 5 to the negative 6x equals 5 cubed raised to the 1 minus 3x. We have two exponents, so we multiply them. So we get 5 raised to the 3 times 1 minus 3x on the right, and the left side stays the same. Now that the bases match, set the exponents equal to each other. Negative 6x equals 3, parenthesis, 1 minus 3x. Distribute the 3. Negative 6x equals 3 minus 9x. Add 9x on both sides. 3x equals 3. Divide by 3 on both sides. X equals 1. All right, and again, if we wanted to check this answer, all we would have to do is to plug that back in for the x here, and that would give us our result. The left side and the right side should match.